Hi, I'm Phil Wright, Executive Director of Keep My Voice. Many people have wondered, what have we been doing since we knocked Count My Vote off the ballot and defeated them in the Utah Supreme Court? In the next couple of minutes, I want to discuss three things. First, our status. Second, the difficulty of getting in front of the U.S. Supreme Court. And third, what to expect in the coming months. So, status update. On October 9th, the Utah Republican Party, along with Keep My Voice, filed a petition of certiorari with the U.S. Supreme Court. More commonly referred to as a petition of cert, this document asks the court to review the decision of a lower court. We want the Supreme Court to review the SB54 2-to-1 split decision from the 10th Circuit Court. For the past 2 months, Keep My Voice, the Utah Republican Party Constitutional Defense Committee, and the DC-based law firm representing us have been recruiting supporters to join our cause in the form of amicus curiae. An amicus curiae, more commonly known as an amicus brief, which means friend of the court, is a legal document submitted by a third party in support of an appeal. To the surprise of the state of Utah, we submitted 7 amicus briefs from prominent individuals and organizations across the country before our November 13th deadline. Some of them include Utah Senator Mike Lee, Utah Representative Rob Bishop, and Texas Senator Ted Cruz, 3 national political committees, and a dozen state political parties, Judicial Watch, Pacific Legal Foundation, and the Cato Institute, 18 current and former state reps, and many others. You will find a link to the full list of signers and briefs in the comments below. I would like to publicly thank them and all of the others who drafted or signed onto our briefs. Next, I want to try and detail the level of difficulty it is to get a case before the U.S. Supreme Court. Every year, about 7,000 cases file a petition of cert. But the court only agrees to hear about 100 to 150. Aside from that, navigating the complexities of the Supreme Court is extremely difficult. It is costly, and meticulous understanding of deadlines, procedures, and practices are necessary. It is for this very reason that filing amicus briefs dramatically increases the odds of having a case heard. Simply, briefs demonstrate to the court that the case pending cert has significant importance and support. The fact that we have 7 briefs from prominent groups and people dramatically increases our chances of cert. I want to thank our legal counsel, Gene Scher, and his DC firm, Scher Jaffe, for the incredible work they have done throughout the process. They have been truly amazing from the very beginning. And lastly, I want to briefly cover what you can expect in the coming months. After submitting our briefs, the State of Utah Attorney General's Office, who is responsible for responding to the arguments made on our behalf, declined to respond. We are currently waiting to see if the U.S. Supreme Court requires a response from Utah. If the U.S. Supreme Court does make that requirement, our chances of being heard significantly increases as it shows interest from the court. We have high hopes the court will require a response from the state of Utah, attempting to rebut the many briefs filed on our behalf. This would be a great signal that we are on our way to being heard by the U.S. Supreme Court. The U.S. Supreme Court just ordered the state of Utah to respond to the amicus briefs submitted on behalf of the Utah Republican Party against SB54. In closing, as the process continues to unfold, we will be posting updates on our website and social media accounts. We invite you to stay up to date by following us on all platforms at Keep My Voice or visiting keepmyvoice.org. We will also be highlighting each of the 7 briefs filed and the legal arguments made. Let me just add this. This case is a constitutional case of First Amendment rights. The reason so many different parties have signed on to this is because they understand this is not just a case of the Utah Republican Party. This is a case that affects all political parties, all businesses, all private organizations, and even churches. We will continue to stay in this fight because, like you, we know freedom is always worth fighting for.